Shabbos. I'm speaking to you from our Cat's Auxiliary Sanctuary. This morning, Rosh Chodesh Elul, we began L'David Hashem Ori, Mizmor 27 from Tehillim, which will mark the conclusion of our tefillot through the Yamim Noraim and Sukkos. In this Mizmor, we express a sense of longing to be in the presence of Hashem. Achas sho'alti me'es Hashem oso avakesh. One thing I ask of Hashem, only that do I seek. Shifti beveis Hashem kol yemei chayai, to dwell in the house of Hashem all the days of my life. Lachazos b'noam Hashem ulevaker b'heichalo, to bask in Hashem's goodness, to frequent His sanctuary. Achas sho'alti, just one thing I ask. This is all that I long for more than anything else. This feeling of longing expressed by David HaMelech captures a sense of longing that many who have been separated from family for these past 5 months have been feeling. My own parents and in-laws, who live in Israel and Chicago and Los Angeles, long to see my daughters and their other grandchildren. Sure, they spend a good amount of time seeing each other over FaceTime, but as it says in that pasuk, Lachazos b'noam, to bask in someone's presence is an irreplaceable experience. After 5 months of not seeing his grandchildren, this week my father and his wife drove the 800 miles from Chicago just to spend a few hours in person with his grandchildren, though 6 feet apart. As my father was about to leave, he said to me that this experience for him was Tchias HaMesim, like the resurrection of the dead. To be in the very presence of those we love, from whom we've been separated, restores our vitality and our liveliness. When he said this, I immediately responded that this is reflected in a halacha, one that we don't necessarily practice today. The Gemara in Brachos says that if someone sees a person they know for the first time in 30 days, they should make the bracha of Shechianu. And if someone sees a person they know for the first time in over a year, then they make the bracha of Michaye Mesim, blessing Hashem for resurrecting the dead. In one sense, the reason we make such a bracha is that in a time before telecommunications, not seeing someone for such a long time felt as much as if that person was not in the world. But nowadays, the bracha takes on added significance, one that I realized in that exchange with my father. Because human contact, especially with the people that we long for, is invigorating. It is life-giving. It is an essential human need for living, and it is critical for a person to thrive. And what's true for grandparents and grandchildren is true in other ways for each one of us and for our own relationships and our relationship with Hashem. One of our goals in the days and weeks and months ahead is to find safe and enriching ways for us to be in each other's presence again. The interactions that we have with each other, socially and spiritually, are critical to the thriving of ourselves and our community. May this new month of Elul bring opportunities to experience Shifti Beveis Hashem, to dwell in the house of Hashem, Ulevaker B'heichalo, and frequent His sanctuary. Good Shabbos and good Chodesh.